Smash that limiter!
What?
How are you?
I'm pretty good. Yourself? My hotkeys a bit playing up. I think I'm gonna switch key which one it is. So you know what I went and saw yesterday, Spliffy?
What'd you win to see?
I went and saw Godzilla -1.
How was that?
Best movie of the fucking year, I'll tell you that much right now. It was such a good movie. Yeah. 10 out of 10.
What had you
100%.
hooked on it?
The story was really good. Godzilla was
Really?
epic. Yeah, Godzilla was fucking epic himself. The pacing was pretty good. I never once got to a point where I was like, this is going too long. Like, because it was a 2.5 hour movie. But I never ever got to a stage where I just was like bored. It had me going all the way through, and it was pretty awesome. I was very, very happy.
You shouldn't take your eyes off the screen, could you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is in Japanese. Just fair warning, if you got to go see it, it is in Japanese. But that's okay. And yeah, it was just so fucking good. Like the acting, dude. Like these people had me in tears a couple times. Like they really had me feeling for them, happy and sad. So it gets you in the feels. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I super glad I saw it.
Hell yeah!
I only paid $11 to see it as well.
Only $11.
Yeah,
That's not bad at all.
fucking
actually.
winning. Yeah.
It might be because all the cinemas are fucking closing down.
Maybe, but it was packed though. There was a lot of people in the cinema. There was a lot more surprising because there's people of all ages there as well.
Yeah.
But I will admit, there was this one fuckwit. I'm gonna
At the
say
cinema or in the movie?
in the cinema
Yeah.
was sitting behind me eating fucking peanuts. This motherfucker, like, he had the most noisiest bag of peanuts, and he just was munching with the mouth open and stuff like that. Like, it was very aggravating. And the dumb fucking cunt would also pick the worst times to fucking rustle for his peanuts. Like, it was...
It's like the most emotional part in all here. It's like, rustle.
Exactly. It's fucking annoying. And, like, there was this one part where, like, everything goes dead quiet. It's, like, to create the suspense. Like shit's happening, like, right now, and you're, like, your mouth's open. You're like, what the fuck? And then he hears crunch, like, in his fucking mouth. And I just wanted to, like, turn around and hit him, like, so badly. I fucking was angry with this cunt. This is the reason why I don't like going to the movies, because I hate how obnoxious people are, especially, like, in Australia. Like, people just are so selfish when it comes to cinema. It annoys the shit out of me. Like, there's nothing wrong with eating, of course, but, like, when there's no music going at all, no sound, no talking, no nothing, it's a silent scene, you don't sit there trying to find more peanuts. And this guy had this bag of peanuts from start to finish and was eating constantly. He never once stopped. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you? You need to stop snacking, mate. Snacking on that protein goodness. You need to stop it. Like, just fucking read the room. Like, I wouldn't have minded if he was, like, eating here and there, but it was constant. I just constantly heard his fucking mouth going up and down. Anyway, doesn't matter. The movie was great, so that made up for it. Yeah. And for, like, a $14 million budget as well, you have to admit, like, the Japanese, they outperform Hollywood.
Well, there's no surprise that Hollywood wants to, like, make all the money and then go home and do whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So the movie's called Godzilla Minus One. For those that are interested, did we watch the trailer?
Yeah, we did.
We did, yeah. I think I had it on this.
Bing
didn't I?
bong, hello Ray.
Hello, Ray. Godzilla himself was the traditional Godzilla, and the way
okay, just out of curiosity, what is the non-traditional Godzilla?
so the Western one, which is like obviously you've got your Godzilla in like the 2000s, you know, the one with the fucking pecs and shit.
Oh,
And then you've got Legendary, which is the MonsterVerse one, which is the current one at the moment where he's now purple or pink.
purple.
It's stupid. It looks stupid. But this one's like he's got weird arms that are like danky looking and he's like his hips and his feet are like incredibly oversized. And he walks like completely straight, stand up, and he's actually really slow moving, but he's just full destructive power.
Fuck yeah.
So like, you know, I'll get up a picture of of like one of the scenes which they use in the which is in the movie.
Yeah.
So that is the picture where he's chasing them on a wooden boat.
Fuck yeah.
So like look at his eyes. It's like it was kind of cool. Like it looked like CGI mixed with real life. Like I couldn't quite figure out like whether
they've
broken
they've broken the
I couldn't tell whether it was
uncanny
real.
valley.
Yeah.
They've broken the uncanny valley.
It does. It looks kind of like I can't tell.
That is a killer puppy.
I can't tell.
It is a killer puppy that torments an entire island. What are you talking about?
I can't tell whether he is full CGI or whether they use puppetry or not. I don't know.
Oh, right.
I couldn't tell.
I thought you were gonna go on. I thought you were gonna say practical effects, but like, how the fuck could they put practical effects on Godzilla? But I suppose that's been happening.
Well,
that's been done
they used to the old days. What they used to do with Godzilla, he was in a human suit.
Yeah, a human suit. Yeah, I remember that.
So like, what I mean by the original is, if you look at this picture, like CEO's arms are disproportionate to his body.
Yeah,
and then like he himself is like, almost looks like a walking tree with the way his scales look. Like it's very barky looking, like armored. And he just stands upright and whatnot. This Godzilla in particular is probably the strongest Godzilla out of all of the different versions over the years.
Stronger as in he physically looks stronger, or stronger as in he's the best performing?
Stronger as in he. I don't want to spoil anything, obviously, but like for example, his atomic breath is actually a nuke.
Well, I suppose that makes sense.
It's in the trailer. It's the only reason why I said that.
Best performing.
Yeah, where like all the other atomic breath is like a beam that just melts anything it touches. With this actual like sends shockwaves and like just annihilates anything it touches, basically, or anything close proximity to him. And the one cool thing about this movie the most is like, I mean, like look at that. Look at those fucking eyes. They're just like crazy cool. But yeah, the actors are just amazing. Like she was good. She was good. The main protagonist was good. I like seeing post-war Japan, World War II Japan.
So what year is this set in?
So it's set from 1944 to 1946. So you see during the end of the war,
strange, actually,
and then you see after the war. And it was actually really good because like there was a lot of things that like really hit home to me, like because in Australia, like we Japan was our biggest threat in our country. In World War Two.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
They were trying to invade Australia. They jumped through the Pacific Islands. The Yanks were fighting them on all fronts, but they invaded Papua New Guinea, and they're going to go through Papua New Guinea to get to Australia. And then we hit them at Papua New Guinea on the Kokoda Track, which is like world renowned. As one of the most difficult terrains you could ever walk in your life. Like, I would love to do it.
I would really like to do the Kokoda
I would love to do the Kokoda, yeah. It's real thick jungle, like thick scrub and stuff like that. I always wanted to do it with my dad, but his health has kind of made it so he's basically impossible to do it. But
yeah,
it's a pity though, because I would have loved to have my dad with me, so then that way when I'm interacting with the New Guineans, I have a translator. So
yeah.
Because Dad speaks pidgin, so
Pigeon?
So
what do you mean by pigeon?
That's the language they speak, pidgin.
Pigeon.
Yeah.
How peculiar.
It's like a combination of like Pig Latin and French. It's like a real mixture of languages. But
yeah, right.
Yeah, Papua New Guineans speak pidgin, so. So yeah, like for example, the word put is crocodile and stuff like that.
I've heard put, but I've never really associated with anything.
Well, it's used in other different languages as well, but in their language it means crocodile. But so it's a pity that not able to do that now. I wish I could go to Kokoda, but me in the current state I'm in, I think I'll die.
Yeah.
I am very not. You need to be really fit to go to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but so we never got exposed to the Japanese side of the story. That's why I like watching anime and stuff like that, because you get to see that, especially like Grave of Fireflies. You get to see the effects that the World War had on the general public of the Japanese people.
Yeah. Is Grave of Fireflies where that famous animated scene where the atomic bomb gets dropped?
I don't think so. No, I know that one. I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know either. I don't remember.
The main character is a female who got arranged marriage. She was from Hiroshima. And I remember it was really full on.
Yeah, by the looks of it, it is.
Like there was a scene where the bomb went off, and you saw the bomb go off, and like you see the blast, and then it cuts scenes. And anyway, and the closest town to Hiroshima, my pronunciations of this town, the place is getting butchered. Sorry, but there was a scene where like these two old ladies are like walking up the hill, and they see a person sitting down, with no skin, completely torched, 3rd-degree burns, 100% of his body. And they look at him, they're like, oh my God. And they realize that he was a survivor of the atomic bomb. And he stood up and just fell over and died. So he walked in the anime, he walked all the way from Hiroshima and then died in the closest town. So like that was a real like full on depiction in that anime. But this was different. It didn't talk about the atom bomb much. It mentioned it about like a brief second.
Yeah.
But it wasn't actually about the dropping of the bombs at all. Because I
That makes sense.
Yeah, they just didn't really touch on it. Really, they just talked about the war's over and that the Americans had a great super weapon.
Yeah.
But no, what I liked is okay. So it was their ideologies that they realized in Japan. You had like kamikaze pilots, right? And you had, it was like dishonorable to not die in battle, essentially.
Yeah.
Like if you turned and hightailed, you brought dishonor to your family, and sometimes they would execute them and stuff like that. Or they'll tell them to kill themselves, and like it was horrible.
Great.
Like it was a horrible war for them, and that's probably the reason why they were so brutal in World War II is because that's all they really knew. And that's what they told they had to do. So they did it. They didn't like to disappoint their families and their fellow brethren and whatnot. So I guess that's why they fought so hard and so violently in the ways they did things. Which I don't hold any of it against any of them, because at the end of the day, like, war's horrible on all fronts. It doesn't matter who wins or loses. It's fucked on both sides.
Yeah. My grandfather was actually a POW to the Japanese in the Second World War.
Yeah, and I bet you he would have hated them for that too. Because they did not treat...
I mean,
for
I
a
wouldn't
while...
say necessarily actively hated them.
Yeah.
It was not even dismissive, but there's, I can't even remember the word. It was not indecisive. I can't remember the word.
He didn't really like care about it. It was like, what's in the past is in the past.
Really.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
I wonder if he was in a camp that was he like an officer or something like that? Because apparently they treated officers all right.
No, he was like 9, dude. He was like from the ages of 7 to 9.
Ah, so he was just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why
1 week away from being put into forced labor.
Yeah.
Before the camp got liberated, and then
oh, okay.
He's based his life from then on now.
Yeah. So he wasn't a soldier POW.
Nope, no way.
Well, I guess that's lucky for him then.
Yeah, he was a Dutchman fleeing Europe, went to Singapore. And Japan took over Singapore.
Yeah, they did really well.
Yeah, they did really fucking well.
They did.
They took over Singapore with fucking push bikes.
Yeah, they and like the Yanks will turn around and say that they had the Japanese on the run, but
no,
they didn't.
They really did. The Japanese are fucking fierce, man. Like, don't make absolutely no mistake. The fact that they got to Kokoda, the fact that we had to fight the Japanese at Kokoda, which is like a hop, skip, and a jump away from Australia, is like kind of all the evidence you need.
They had hold of the Pacific Islands for years.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the annoying thing about it is, like, when the Yanks jumped on board and started fighting the Pacific, the Japanese were in the middle of pulling out anyway of the Pacific because they didn't need to hold it there anymore because they were moving down towards us, essentially. So they moved from the Pacific to Kokoda.
To go around, I suppose.
Exactly. And also they were starting to run out of resources as well.
Yeah.
So they was running out of money and stuff like that. Which is, this movie is actually really great. It pointed out, like, our troops were sent with no food. They starved to death as well as got shot. Like, it's, see it, man. See it.
All right.
See it this week.
Maybe next week. Maybe I'll make some plans next week to go.
You should see it this week, man.
Maybe Monday. Maybe Monday I'll make some plans.
Definitely see it, 100%. You will really like it. You'll be like, this is pretty cool. You don't even have to be a Godzilla fan to enjoy it. It's just a good story.
All right.
On its own, it's a fucking good story. Yeah, it's a monster story, but it's a monster story that makes sense and works. And like, even the way they go to tackle Godzilla, it's not like an American movie. They're just like, let's just shoot it some more. There's a lot more.
Let's just hit it really, really hard.
Yeah.
That works every time.
There's a lot more thought process in this movie and the way they tackle it, and that I just commend to no end. Like, the writers did such a fucking good job. So seriously, see it, and anyone watching, fucking see it. It's so good. Can't praise it enough.
All right.
And then on another Japanese film standpoint, there's a new anime that is a Studio Ghibli production.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's called The Boy and the Heron.
The Boy and the Heron. Hang
Yep.
on. Google The Boy and the Heron.
What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play the trailer. I'll probably get muted. I'll probably get fucking muted for this one. Okay.
Well, then, like, what's the point? Hold on. Boy and the Heron.
The Boy and the Heron.
Wait, is this the Oh, I forget the name because I'm really can't remember. Is this the character for like the dragon character and his side of the story? No.
No. You know what? I'm gonna send you the link. You watch it with me. We'll watch it with the guests.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody watching. Just tune in a sec. I just got to send this to Spliffy.
Yeah. Also, rename the episode too. You may want to look at that.
Why is it bloody?
It's episode 34. Blink or you'll miss it.
Shouldn't be. I changed it.
It says that.
What? I changed that.
What?
I changed that.
He's wrong.
It's episode 35. It literally had episode 35, The Wrath of Godzilla.
It's not behaving. That's the problem.
Because I was looking at the video production, and it literally had the name on there.
Huh. It didn't get the memo.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Better spank it.
Ooh. Godzilla's ZILLA in that.
That sounds correct.
Yeah, I think so. I changed it to that. I don't understand what the fuck happened.
Actually, hang on.
I literally changed it. It's crap. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay. You zeroed out?
I'm zeroed out.
All right, let's go to the browser. All right, let's I'm gonna listen to it, and I want you to try and guess what's going on. All right.
All right, let's do it.
You count down.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, play. Mojito.
Yep.
So. Made it. Mother. Postman's on an adventure.
Yeah.
Wow. Frogs and stuff and arrows. But
So
this postman's going on a hell of an adventure.
So, do you remember this boy?
Is it the Spirited Away boy, the guy who turns into a dragon?
Nope.
No. Okay, give me a minute. Give it a minute. Maybe I'll figure it out. Masterpiece.
I love the music. It's fucking good.
Let's go on an adventure. Ah, fuck yeah, Chicken Man.
Okay. So the character in this, this boy, because this scene here says a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's the same boy from Grave of the Fireflies. I'm pretty sure. If not, it's from the same area. I'm pretty sure it's the same kid.
The boy from who? Sorry?
Grave of the Fireflies.
Grave of the Fireflies?
Yeah, the one that we were just talking about, Studio Ghibli film about World War II. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the same kid. Yeah. He dies at the end of the movie, but
Dude, that is fucking crazy. If that's the case,
this show
he's like lives
comes
on.
across. This
He
show,
like,
yeah.
wow,
This show comes
holy
across to me.
crap.
This is him in the afterlife,
Yeah.
right?
Because
So,
like, imagine if like,
because it
this is
looks
the,
exactly
yeah,
like
it's
him.
the afterlife of the of 1945. It's like, oh, actually, not that bad. Like,
And
afterlife ain't that
then
bad.
this bit here, where is it? The flame bit.
Spirit away.
I can't remember what she was in. She's in one of the other Studio Ghibli. Here we go. Here we go. This person here. Do you know who that is?
No.
That's the chick from Howl's Moving Castle.
I haven't seen that anime, I must admit.
So that is the character from Howl's Moving Castle. I swear it is. And I reckon she's communicating to him through that demon fire.
God, I fucking love anime.
Because Hal does the same thing and the exact same flames and stuff. So I think that this is a crossover anime where it crosses over to all the other realms.
We need an anime crossover and we got it with a flyer pattern.
So I reckon that's what's happening in this. I really want to see it to see if I'm right. I mean, this is only a theory. I'm not 100% sure if it's true or not, but it looks like because if I get up Grave of Fireflies and I look at the main character, I mean, he looks very different there.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Nah, I'm wrong.
Wait, hang on.
Nah,
maybe.
I got my hopes up for nothing. Nah, he looks completely different.
Oh, don't do that.
Don't
do that. Don't get our hopes up just for nothing.
Maybe it's him.
Hang on, why did that not click properly? Wow, dude, this is fun. I love post 1945 Japan.
This was another.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
This
I'm
was
wrong with
another amazing Studio Ghibli film. I love this one
Grave
too.
of the Fireflies.
No, from Up on Poppy Hill. That was a good
Up
good
on
one.
Poppy Hill.
Yeah,
dude, like this is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Imagine having culture and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, mate. I just wish that Western society would fucking get a hint and like be bold, essentially. Like,
be bold.
Because even China's bringing out these fucking what do they call them? Their equivalent of manga, and they're coming out with great stories. Even their animations, like their anime ripoffs, like they're really fucking good and really interesting. Yeah, like I thoroughly enjoy it. Because one cool thing about the Chinese version of things versus the Japanese, in Japanese there's always a bit of a tease. Like they always like, are they going to get together or are they not going to get together? Like there's always that going on. Where the Chinese versions is like they get together and they do things and you get satisfied.
Hell yeah.
So
a satisfying ending.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm not saying that one's better than the other. I'm just saying they're different and they both are pretty good.
Well, I bought my niece manga for Christmas.
Yeah.
I bought my niece manga for this Christmas. I'm hoping to get her into nerd culture because I think that's like pretty cool and stuff. Next year, I'm going to go to Supernova and see how that goes. I think it's going to be pretty fucking cool.
I want to go to PAX next year.
Yeah, PAX seems pretty. PAX Melbourne, is that where you normally go?
Well, I've never been. That's why I want to go.
Yeah,
I would love to go to PAX.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'd like to go to PAX too.
That'd be a lot of
fun. Maybe not next year, but the year after. That'd be pretty cool. The goals. Always have goals.
So so it's like pretty cool for anime and stuff like that. Did you also hear that Jujutsu Kaisen was cancelled?
I don't remember that. Jujutsu
Kaisen.
Jujutsu hang on. Kaisen.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, I
so
never watched it, but I mean, I've seen it, so it must be popular.
so what happened was apparently the riders and whatnot were like not allowed to go home.
Oh, they're a black
Yeah.
company, are they?
Oh, they were really bad.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so they ended up walking, which is fair enough.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I mean, if you're not even allowed to go home, fucking walk home.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
exactly.
Don't come back. Fuck
Yeah.
off. Like, don't
Yeah.
fucking even worry about whether you have a job or not, because you already don't at that point. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah, because they weren't paid very well either. So it's like, what's the point?
I bet. I'm willing to bet.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fucking hell. Like, I mean, Richard Branson sort of figured this out. If you look after the staff will look after the business.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Right? I mean, just look after you fucking people who make the shit that make the business big, right?
Yeah.
Just look after him. It's not hard. Get him a pizza every once in a while, man.
That's funny.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Fuck.
It's funny. I want to hear some interesting news that I found out the other day.
Yeah.
So
do tell.
one of my neighbors has a Tesla.
Yeah.
And it broke down.
How does the Tesla break down? It's electronic.
It broke down.
Yeah.
And it can't get fixed in the country, so they have to send it to America to get it fixed.
No fucking way, dude. That's like gonna cost them a fucking fortune.
Yeah, well, no, because it's under warranties, so they don't have to pay a cent.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost someone a fucking fortune.
Oh yeah, it will. Yeah, definitely. But I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen
dude,
it
that
in
sucks.
a while, so I don't know if they're going to get a replacement car or not. But
yeah, I mean, it'd probably be easier to just give them a replacement car and fix that car.
Well, I don't know. They've had the car for a year, so because I know Tesla's got like their warranties for X amount of time, but they have like a lot of companies do. Like, oh, if it fucks up, we'll just replace it and give you another one, and then we'll take that car and RMA it or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know whether they're going to do that or not. I don't know. I don't know much about it. That's what I heard. But yeah, so it's another reasons why I just don't trust Tesla.
I'm okay. So I've been thinking about the last couple of days.
Yeah.
I actually want to send an email to Tesla to pitch them an idea.
Oh yeah.
So the way that a lot of brushless motors work is that you have a magnet and then copper which you push a current through to create a magnetic field.
Yeah.
To create a force of attraction, which causes the wheel to spin, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, what if you could utilize the momentum of the car so that way you won't actually have to have, say for example, you have in the diameter of the wheel, you have, say, let's just put 24 of these copper cores that produce a magnetic field.
Yeah.
What if you utilize the momentum of the car so that way you don't need to fire every single copper core to produce a magnetic field? Say, for example, you're traveling at 110 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
You utilize 1/4 of the copper cores to maintain that momentum.
Yeah.
So as a result, what happens is that you create a longevity on the battery life of each of the cars, and I'm genuinely considering sending an email to Tesla saying, "Hey, have you thought about this?" I'm more than willing to bet that they have.
Yeah.
Because it's something I really want to send to them, because like I love battery technology. I might be the devil's advocate in this regard, but I actually hope that Tesla succeeds in their vision, because I fucking love batteries. I think batteries are like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
So I think I'm actually at some point, probably either by the time the year ends or early next year, I'll put some time aside and say, hey, here's an idea. Just
Yeah.
for throwing it out there. Because who the fuck knows? Maybe Elon and all of his time hasn't thought about it, right?
Yeah.
Just hypothetical. Because at the end of the day, if electronic vehicles are the direction that we need to go, what's the harm in producing an idea to make it more efficient?
Problem is, you produce that idea to them, they'll go, "Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea if it works," and then they take it
Mm.
and then they run with it, and you get no recognition for it.
I don't care about recognition. I don't want recognition for it. I hope they totally don't recognize me for it. I just want this thing to be as efficient as humanly possible. I don't give a fuck if I get recognition for it.
You know what you should do? One even better is just send that to the world.
What email is the world under?
So you go.
More importantly,
you go.
What email?
You send it to every single car manufacturer in the world, including Tesla. So then that way they all equally know the exact same ideas. So they all look into it, and then they all do it instead of just Tesla.
Fair point.
Yeah,
that is a fair point. I'm willing to say
because you know Tesla will hoard that and then patent it. Where like if all countries were like, yeah, we can't patent that, because we all know about it. Yeah.
Well, at that point, it really becomes a race to who patents it under that assumption. But I mean, okay, so here's the thing, right? About that is like, okay, so I do strongly believe in Tesla's conviction.
Yeah.
In creating purely electronic vehicles.
Yeah.
Running purely off of batteries, right? I fucking love battery technology and would love to just see it in the world to a point where I don't care if I get recognition or not. I just want to see it produced in a way that exists in the world, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I just want it to exist. I don't have the resources to make it exist. As far as I know, Tesla is willing to go to the extent to make it exist.
Yeah.
And so, therefore, I'm willing to produce the idea.
Yeah. I do agree with you that, like, their like, innovation and stuff like that is impressive, but I just find the way they operate their business practices is really fucking scummy.
Right.
For example, the Cybertruck's a big one. So they're actually testing it now. So I'm on their website now. So this is actually the Australian website, talking about here. So it can carry, according to them, 4,999 ton towing capacity, which is pretty impressive. And it has a bed weight of, I think it's like 2,000 kilos or something like that, or maybe 1,000 kilos. I'm not quite too sure on the bed weight, but okay. I'm gonna say this I've seen this car.
So
the
I've
prototype
seen a couple of videos on it too.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that it can go 2.7 kilometers, like 2.7 seconds to 100 kilometers from zero is pretty insane to me. And the reason why that is insane to me is this is a full cold forged stainless steel vehicle. And on the models that they're testing at the moment, which is pretty much going to be the finished product, so they've made it 5% all round smaller than what the initial Elon Musk one was, for obvious reasons. Those panel joints, like you can see in the corners here and here and here, are fucking sharp.
Yeah.
Like, one of the main big YouTubers that was driving it, said that you had to really watch your hands on the corners because you would slice your finger open. And in Australia, those sharp edges, just the shape alone, would not be legal. because if a pedestrian was to hit that vehicle, they would get caught on the corners of the stainless and get ripped to shreds. It would kill them. And they wouldn't have to be traveling very fast. Like you could be doing walking speeds, and all it takes is a little bit of that stainless to catch you, and it could rip your skin off. It could rip your artery out. Like it would rip you to shreds. No, it would, because it gets caught.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you at all. The question is, who the fuck is stepping in front of a car to begin with?
It doesn't matter of who's dumb enough to do that. It's the way Australian road laws work when it comes to the I forgot what it's called. Is it ADA or 80?
I don't remember.
Australian.
I really don't remember.
But I can't. It's gone. It's left. Basically, it's the board. It's the laws in place that dictate how a car design should be legally. Lights, all that sort of stuff. This car would not pass any of it.
Well,
because look on a safety point of view, stainless steel. Stainless doesn't crumble. Stainless dense, like it wouldn't crumble like it would on an alloy.
Sorry, I just need a minute. If I could, please.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be back in a
minute. So this is what I'm saying. I just do not see this being in our country legally. I just can't see them unless Elon pulls some strings, which it wouldn't surprise me if he does. But if this car was to be passed in our country, then our Australian government's going to have to look and revisit on all our laws and then allow a lot of other vehicles to be changed, like, I don't know, spotlights on top of bull bars, for example, because this vehicle to me is just a hazard in a half. And the fact that it can travel so fast, if someone was to accelerate being an idiot in it and lose control and smack into another person, it would kill them, because this thing's heavier, stronger than any other car. So it would just be like a flying bullet. I just cannot see it legally being here at all, or in many other places in the world. So I don't know, and the fact that it's taken them so long as well to produce is pretty crazy to me. But I did also see they've released prototypes of the Cybertruck, which is pretty crazy. In the sense that it has very high towing rate and it doesn't feel weights or loads when you're driving it, apparently. Which worries me a little bit in that as well, because of if truck drivers don't pay attention to how much weight they're carrying and then they try and stop it and it fails, I think that's going to be a problem as well. So yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how this all goes with the future of things. I'm just trying to get up to see what the...
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I just didn't make it. It's a bit of an emergency. I suppose my perspective is that Tesla is committed enough to their innovation that they're willing to create it, but because this has never really been done before to a certain extent. I do agree with you in the sense that these cars can be manufactured in a more polite manner, if you will. But in saying that, it just kind of it sounds like to me that innovation only goes up from here.
Yeah. So I am also looking at the Tesla Semi, which is what they've been prototyping for a little while now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it can go 0 to 60 miles per hour, so that's 100 kilometers in 20 seconds, which is really fast in a truck.
Yeah, like
that's fast.
I want them to
Less.
utilize
It uses.
efficiency over speed.
It uses
That's
less
one.
than
That's
2
one criticism I
kilowatts.
do have over that.
Yeah.
If that is
So what the fuck? MI? That's miles, isn't it?
MI is miles, I would assume. Yeah.
So this truck, this semi, only has a range of 500 miles.
Yeah.
What's the fucking point? 500
Yes,
miles.
there have been many a debate as to
That's
as to why this truck even exists. But I do genuinely believe that when push comes to shove and demand goes up for longevity, I think that whoever takes the reign, it may not even be Tesla. Tesla may be completely defunct by this point.
yeah.
But somebody will say, okay, let's take Tesla's design and make it better. So let's work out how to make it more fuel efficient so we can take that 500 range and turn it up by double
Does that only
by
have one
utilizing,
pedal?
say, a gearbox, for example.
Look, it only has one pedal.
Yeah, I mean,
I know it's only got
yeah,
one pedal
I
in it,
mean,
don't know.
no, I guess that's like sort of like a modified potentiometer, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's rather going faster, so more voltage or less voltage at a certain point, right? So that's where I'm thinking they're getting that from, which is like, it's super efficient, but not very effective. But again, there's room for innovation, which I'm very excited about. Super excited about all this.
So it has 500 miles on a single charge. Recover up to 70% of range in 30 minutes.
Right.
So okay, let's do some maths, right? What's a really common? Let's go Texas to Colorado or something like that. Let's just do that.
Sure, why not? Or like worst case scenario would be one side of the city, so one side of America to the other. So
Okay.
Florida to North California. That'd be another example.
So there's a 12-hour drive
Yeah.
from Texas to Colorado.
Yeah.
So they would have to stop and have a break and charge it in between. That would take, let's say, approximately an hour. So
Yeah.
an hour break. That's not so unrealistic, to be honest.
Okay, not only is that unrealistic, but that could actually be beneficial because now you have all these workers that get an hour break because they have no fucking choice.
Yeah.
So that's a benefit.
Yeah, that is actually a pretty interesting. I didn't realize Colorado and Texas were that close to each other, though. See, the thing is, like, in America is different to Australia. So, like, in America, from all the truck shows and stuff like that I've seen, a truck will take a trailer from Texas, drop it off for Colorado, then another truck will take it from Colorado and then go to another destination.
Yeah.
Where in Australia, that one truck will go from point A to point B across the country.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah,
it
just goes to show how much bigger Australia really is. Like from Texas to Colorado, it's 12 hours.
Australia was the same size as America. Hang on,
it is.
America, surface area. So 9.83 million kilometers squared. Australia, surface area is okay. So America is larger by 2.2 million square kilometers. Okay.
Yeah, I think
we need to keep that in mind.
I think width-wise we're bigger.
Width-wise, okay.
I think width-wise we are, but I think height-wise we're shorter. Or it's the other way around. Where the fuck is?
Okay, the width of America is 2.892 miles, which in kilometers, 2.920 miles. Miles to kilometers is
Okay, so
4,700 kilometers, right?
yeah, apparently
So
it
Australia
is.
width.
Yeah, so it is slightly
Width.
wider and it is slightly taller.
2,500
But-
and yeah, so it is slightly wider and it's larger essentially.
Yeah, it is larger. But it's
Is that
interesting.
all? You're looking at all of America right now, my
Yeah,
guy.
it's
You're
really
not looking at the USA, which is what we're mostly focused on.
yeah.
Hang on, maybe I need to adjust some stuff. USA.
There we go. That's another map that compares. Yeah, that looks a bit more realistic. Because
yeah,
Mex-
that's the reason why I always thought America and Australia were the exact same size, literally because of that.
Yeah, they're very, very close to each other.
They're so close.
But then you compare it to fucking Africa, and it's ridiculous. Africa's so big.
Africa, it's
massive.
literally its own fucking thing, dude. It's fucking insane.
We only fit like look at that. Look
like, we're tiny compared to Africa. It's crazy, dude.
Africa's so big.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's fucking enormous. I can't comprehend how big Africa is because I can barely comprehend how big Australia is. I live here.
Yeah, like look at
oh god.
Yeah, it's and then like you compare it to like UK. Like UK fits the center.
UK is tiny.
They're like most
tiny.
Most of Europe fits in our country.
I know.
It's insane.
Like just the geography of Australia and compare it to all the other worlds. How are we not viewed as the best country in the world? I already view as Australia as the best country in the world to live in.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's awesome. I love it here.
And Russia's pretty big as well.
Russia is Russia.
Yeah.
But
we still take a large chunk of it though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a very deformed version of Australia compared
to
Russia's it's all over the place there.
Because Russia's the biggest continent, isn't it?
Yeah, country and continent? I'm not sure about that. I
reckon it's a
Russia.
I reckon it's on its own tectonic
continent.
Plate. I swear it's on its own tectonic plate.
Hang on. Is Russia a continent? Russia is a transcontinental country stretching vastly over 2 continents. So it's actually technically 2 continents.
Well, at least we're
Europe,
one.
No, hang on. Sorry, I'm wrong in that. Asia and Europe. It stretches between Asia and Europe. Whether it's its own continent is, I suppose, yet to be determined.
Well, I guess it's not then, because if it's on 2 different continents, then that means it's
I guess so. That by definition, it is not necessarily a continent, but rather a country. But it's still fucking huge.
It is, yeah. Because I think because that's the cool thing. Besides, Australia is the only country in the world that has its own continent. I think.
Yes, it is the only country in the world that is a continent and a country at the same time.
Yeah, because even New Zealand has a split. Like there's 2 continents that New Zealand sits on, which is why they get such bad earthquakes. Same with Japan. And America, we all know that they're on multiple continents.
Yeah.
So absolutely. Yeah. Because like we're destroying Indonesia every year, which is
okay, define destroying.
So at the moment, because we move north every year on our tectonic plates, at the moment we're doing this to Indonesia.
Yeah.
So we're pushing their continent plate down as we're going over top. And by doing that, we're causing a lot of earthquakes in Indonesia. And then it will get to the stage where it will actually flip the plate up like that, which will form a new mountain range, and it'll either snap back or snap or something like that, and form a new mountain range, and a whole heap of volcanic activity will happen in Indonesia and like really fuck it up.
Dude, we're not even trying.
Yes, it's actually time to go, believe it or not.
What is it? Holy shit.
Wait, it's 7? It's 7 centimeters.
7 centimeters every year.
That's going
Dude,
up.
that's
It used to be
fucking enormous.
It used to be 1 centimeter a year. So we have picked up the speed then.
So we gain momentum. What the hell does that mean?
Well,
If we
exactly
gain
what I
momentum-
said. See, when not that long ago, when we were kids, right, our plates were like that.
Yeah.
In our lifetime, and I mean in our lifetime, we've started doing this. So this is Australia. This is Indonesia.
Yeah.
We've started doing this.
Are we
So,
going under or are they going
We're
over?
going over. We're going over. They're going under.
Ah.
So, because we're doing this now, I think we've picked up the space, like the pace of moving.
How
I
does
reckon
that
that's
work? How does
well,
that function?
because when we're like this, there's back and forth friction, so we're slower. But now there's no resistance, so now we're just going over.
Oh, so,
Yeah.
okay.
It used to be 1 centimeter. When I was a kid, it was 1 centimeter per year. Now it's 7. So yeah, we're gonna fuck them up.
We're gonna crash. I think we've already crashed, Ray. I don't think we're in the process of crashing.
We've won the fight.
Won.
We've won. We're just
We've
dominating.
won the tectonic catastrophe.
Yeah. We are dominating their plate. We're making it like
we are gonna crash. What do
Yeah.
you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that anymore, Ray. We're gonna crash into Indonesia, dude.
Yeah, we
when
are.
we crash into Indonesia, we are going to have the best fucking party of all time.
Oh
dude.
no, it'll be war.
I will bring beer, and it will be awesome.
No, it'll be war. Indonesia will
War?
invade us. Yeah.
No, like, dude, just bring beer and pizza, and everyone will get along. It's
Well-
gonna be it's gonna be awesome.
Well, the locals and us would be like that, but the government would be trying to kill us.
Well, I mean, the government doesn't count. Everyone knows this.
Yeah, I know. Maybe that's our anti-war slogan. We just get the bevies out.
Yeah, beer and
We
pizza.
just throw them some beers and be like, hey, no shooting. There's a no shoot zone. And they're like,
Yeah, no shoot. We
What?
need to have designated no shooting zones.
shooting
'cause we need to
zones.
have some
We're drinking.
sensibility in this
and
fucking
they're like,
crazy
but we have to
world.
fight. And we're like, no, you don't have to fight. Fuck the government. Us against
We're
them.
not fighting. Fuck you.
Fuck
We're
you.
having
Like,
beer and pizza.
you
Join
re-
in if you want.
be like, you really want to fight us? And they'll be like, no. I'm like, yeah, neither do we. So let's
Well,
just
have a
drink.
beer and pizza then.
Yeah, let's
We
go.
brought beer and pizza. Don't fight. Love.
Yeah, that's it. We'll just do that. All right, so we're gonna raid out. I have no idea who to raid into. Ooh, I know who we can raid into.
Well, who are we going to raid out to?
We're gonna raid into Just Richard. I'm gonna raid out.
Oh,
Richard.
yes.
I haven't seen him in a while. So everybody, I hope you have a good night and day, depending where you are in the world. Thank you very much for coming. It was a blast. It went real quick tonight, actually.
Yeah, actually, that was surprisingly quick.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun. But I'll catch you on the next time. And seriously, watch Godzilla. It's fucking awesome. All right.
Like, dude, Sunday, I really hope is going to be fucking awesome. I plan on making it fucking awesome. Because, like, Sunday, what I really want to do is go through, like, 4 different microphones and sort of give you an idea of what to look out for when you want to buy a microphone.
Yeah.
I think that's what I really want to do. I, like, spend a whole fucking hour just on, like, what to look out for with a microphone.
Anyway, copy and paste the raid messages. Let's get going.
I have no idea what the fuck that even means.
Just look in the messages, Ray. Put it on
I
there.
don't know what that means.